Other than Francisco Gonzalez Londa. Francisco Gonzalez Londa. Okay, good afternoon. Today is Monday, August 26th. Today is Monday, August the 26th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. The first case we're going to call is C3827-24-I, State of Texas versus Esteban Garcia. You speak English, Mr. Garcia? Sure. Okay, just go ahead and stand in the middle of the room there. Right there, a little bit further back. No problem.
Good morning,
Francisco,
Judge.
Paco, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Hang on just a minute. Let me get the file. She kept the paperwork. Okay, we're ready to go. Go ahead, Paco. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask that Your Honor lower the bond from what it is set right now. It's a theft case and it occurred in an HEB. It was meat, Judge. It was meat.
Okay. What are you asking for, bond?
To a PR bond, Your Honor, or something affordable, like $5,000, $2,500.
This is the state.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kelsey Cantu for the state. The state can agree to a $5,000 cash surety bond.
I think my client can probably afford that, Judge, or 25,000 around there. No, what 2,500? Excuse me, Judge.
Mr. Garcia, how old are you, sir? Where do you live?
I live in Alamo, Texas.
Have a house or an apartment?
I got a house.
You married?
I am. I just had a newborn of 3 months.
You have a job?
I do. I have a full-time job. I'm a culinary baker at Red Lobster. I've been there for 2 years.
How long?
2 years.
Where at?
Right there,
What restaurant did you say?
Red Lobster. I was gonna ask you if I could please get a PR bond. I don't have any money at the moment because my mom was losing her house. The house that I'm living in right now, she was back taxes, and we had $2,500 or $2,600. Me and my wife, we gave that to my mom so that she can give the payment. And
That's your address, sir.
my address is 505 Martinez Avenue, Alamo, Texas, 7516.
Hold on.
He'd asked for a PR bond, Judge, or something affordable. It's a theft, Judge, and
Yeah, I read the complaint. Hang on just a minute. Let me get some information from. Do you have a contact number, sir? Phone number?
It's 956-475-7135.
That where you receive your mail?
I receive it at 505 Martinez Avenue.
Okay. Currently got a felony theft set for arraignment on the 18th of September that's showing Jaime Aleman represents him. You have contact with Mr. Aleman, sir? You need to make sure you show up for your court date or a warrant will be issued for your arrest.
I'm supposed to get that charge dismissed.
Well, we're not here to discuss it. I'm just telling you, you make sure you show up to court. Otherwise, they're going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Bond will be reduced. $500 PR. Stay away from location, sir. Do not go back to that store. You understand? Hold on. Also gonna order monthly UAs through probation. Probation's gonna test you. You come back dirty for drugs or alcohol, you can come back to jail. You understand? All right, stay out of trouble, sir. Good luck to you.
Can I be excused, Judge?
Thank you.
Have a good day, Judge. Good seeing you.
Guerra, she says Terry Gonzalez was appointed, that she sent him all the information he should be coming on, but I'm unsure if he will.
Next case we're gonna call is C 3806-24-I, State of Texas versus Juan Villanueva. ¿No hablas inglés, verdad, señor?
No.
Mr. Alanis, will you do the translating? Melissa Montes, this is your motion. Just go slowly so that they can do the translation. I'm not sure if you're aware, but he does have an ice hold.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, we did file this because he's been in jail already for 61 days without a hearing, and the alleged victim has reached out to the office on various occasions, not wanting to proceed with this. We're asking for whatever consideration the court can give in reducing his bond. We do understand that there's an ice hold, and that the bond is already at $5,000.
Says the state.
Your Honor, the state would object to a reduction of the bond. Their defendant has an ice hold, therefore we are concerned about his willingness and likelihood of coming back.
Mr. Ortegon, you want to mute your microphone, sir? Felony charge, right? It's not the assault, but it's the injury.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Villanueva, you understand that there's an immigration hold on your case, which means if you were to make bond, you would be released to immigration officials. You understand that? And there's a very high likelihood that you will be deported. Do you understand that? Understand? Regardless, you will have to show up at the courthouse at a later date to take care of this matter. And if you do not show up, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand that?
Algo al Estado, eso es lo que puede pasar. Y no quiero regresar, no quiero regresar. A un futuro para mí, ¿verdad? Que quiero regresar, no quiero tener problemas con migración.
Mr. Moreno, Mr. Villanueva, I asked you a question. If you are released to immigration, you could be deported, but you will have to show up at the courthouse at some point in the future. And if you don't show up, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand that? What city do you live in, sir? How long have you lived there?
21 years.
Bond will be reduced to $2,500 cash surety. There is was there a particular? No, not only that, not on that one. Okay. Bond will be reduced to $2,500 cash surety.
Thank you, Your
Anything
Honor.
else, Melissa?
Nothing further. May I be excused?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case we're gonna call is C 3848-24-H, State of Texas versus Ernesto Guerrero. Speak English, Mr. Guerrero?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Guerrero is present. Carlos Ortegon. You're on
Yes, Your
mute,
Honor.
Carlos,
Yes, Your Honor.
it's your motion. It's your motion, sir. You may proceed.
Yes, Judge, there's a 30,000 cash surety bond that my client cannot meet. I'm court appointed. We're asking for at least a 5,000 cash surety bond with any conditions that the court can impose. No objection.
This is the state.
The state would be opposed to a bond reduction. This defendant is dangerous. He has an extensive history, and at least one prior prison trip, and so the state does believe he is a flight risk. In this case, he fled from the scene of a collision, and has a history of failing to appear in court.
I don't have that history, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you seen the complaint, Carlos?
No, Judge.
It was an accident and he did flee from the scene allegedly. Mr. Guerrero, how old are you, sir?
35, sir.
What city do you live in?
El Progreso.
Your Honor, we don't
Yeah.
object to AIP if the court wants to issue an AIP and reasonable bond. He just can't make the 30,000 cash surety.
All right. Do you have a job, sir?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
Mexico and Gonzalez Tile.
What do you do there?
Fix whenever the trucks come from Mexico with the title, put them inside the warehouse. Forklift operate,
How long have you been working there?
like 3 months.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
You married?
I have 4 kids and a stepdaughter, not married.
Do they live with you, the kids?
No, sir.
You have a house or an apartment? You have a house or an apartment in Progreso?
House.
Who do you live with?
He's telling mommy and dad.
We don't order an ignition interlock device, sir, which means you have to have a device put on your car. We'll give you 5 days if you make bond, 5 days after you release to install that device on any car you drive, not one you own, but any car. If you're gonna be driving, it needs to have that device. I don't care if it's a company car or your friend's car. If you're gonna be driving it, it needs to have that device. If you don't have a vehicle that you're gonna be driving, then you're gonna need to acquire a portable alcohol monitoring device. And you need to blow on it 3 times a day, from 6 to 8 in the morning, from 4 to 6 in the afternoon, and from 9 to 10 9 to 12 at night. 3 times every day, 3 times a day, until this case is resolved. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you do not blow when you're supposed to, or if you come back positive on any of those readings, that's a violation. It'll be reported back to the court and you may end up back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
No drugs, no alcohol while you're out on bond, sir. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Also gonna order a curfew. Need to be at home between the hours of 8 PM and 6 AM every day of the week. Understand that? Unless you're working, and if you're working, you need to show probation, verification of your hours. Bond will be reduced. $1,000 cash surety,
How much, Judge?
10,000.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right. Anything else, Carlos?
That'll be all, Judge.
All right, good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Thank
sir.
you, Judge.
Let's see who else is here. Next case we're gonna call is C 3862-24-I, State of Texas versus Santos Herrera. ¿No speak English? ¿Habla inglés, señor? ¿Español? Okay. Judith Cantu, this is your motion. Client is present.
Good
Just asking that you
afternoon.
go slowly. Go slowly so that we can do the translation, please.
Okay. Yes, Your
You may
Honor. So
proceed.
Mr. Herrera is being held on a $5,000 cash surety bond for injury to an elderly. The alleged victim is his wife. Judge, but it's my understanding that she does not wish to proceed, that they were having an altercation, and I believe the neighbors called and she didn't wish to press charges. They have a history of problems, marital problems. He believes she's being unfaithful. I won't get into the facts of that, but that's what precipitated his arrest. So we're asking for a bond reduction, maybe a no contact order while this is pending. He was also charged. There was also continuous family violence, but those charges were dismissed. They weren't pursued, so it's the injury to an elderly, and that's his wife. And it's my understanding from his kids that she doesn't wish to proceed with these charges. And he's an elderly man. I know he takes medication. I don't know if he's getting it there.
What are you asking on bond?
So I'm asking for a bond reduction. I'm asking for no contact or no harmful contact with the wife, and maybe a low bond PR in light of the facts.
What says the state?
Your Honor, the state would be opposed to a bond reduction on this case, Judge, due to the nature of the case.
Threw a cucumber at her. Toilet paper. That's what the complaint
Allegedly, Your
says.
Honor.
Yeah. Mr. Herrera, how old are you, sir? You still work or you retired?
Retired.
There was a protective order that was issued by the magistrate for not to have contact with Reina Herrera for 61 days. You cannot go within 200 yards of the address located at 2407 Abram Lincoln Street in Westico. You understand that? If you go to that address, or you go within 200 yards of that address, you could be arrested for violating this protective order. Do you understand that? The protective order won't expire until October the 16th of this year. Do you understand that?
Un caso de de infidelidad consumada.
Ese no sería el caso. No mencionas.
Where will you live if you're released on bond, sir?
Conmigo como a milla y media, ahí en Mercedes.
His daughter, Mercedes,
El nombre es Ana Gali de Jaso.
Anagal.
Not at this address. All right. You'll get a copy of the protective order when you lease, sir. So make sure you follow it. You cannot have any weapons, no firearms. Can't be any at the house where you're staying. If there is, that's a violation of the protective order. You could be arrested. Do not contact the victim, Mrs. Reina. Do not send her text messages. Do not call her from jail. Do not call her when you get out. Do you understand that? Bond will be reduced to $1,000 cash surety. Contact with victim.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Herrera, entiende que usted va a tener que, le va a necesitar $100 para salir. Si quiera $100 con un fiancero. Y una de las condiciones es no se puede arrimar a su esposa, no importa y si ella lo busca y si le llama, usted no se puede arrimar.
Sí,
¿Entiende?
voy a
Ok,
ir a la
así
oficina,
nomás, ok. Me llama ya saliendo.
muy bien.
And,
Ok.
and Judith, the protective order was issued by Judge Bobby Contreras, so y'all need to modify, you have to contact his office.
I will. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you. Good luck to you, sir. Buena suerte. Toma asiento. Case we're gonna call is C 3847-24-H. State of Texas versus Denise Pettis. You speak English, Ms. Pettis? Yes? Okay, go ahead and stand in the middle of the room there. Regina Richardson, well, she was on here. I don't see her anymore. Did she log off? Looks like she logged off. Okay, go in there and see. We'll recall your case in a minute. Daniel Vargas, I'll let you mind. Victor, there you are. We're gonna call, hang on a minute, Victor. C 3338-24-C, State of Texas versus Nathan Germain. You speak English, Mr. Germain? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hector Bustos, this is your motion.
Yes,
You
Your
may
Honor,
proceed.
we're asking for a PR bond, Judge. My understanding he's an American citizen and that he's been in custody over 7 days, Judge. Respectfully ask if we get a PR bond discharge, Judge.
Are you sure you're looking at the right case, Hector?
You know, Judge,
This is a murder charge.
I apologize, Judge. That's not the case. I had a different case that I had 2 writs set for this afternoon, Judge. I believe, Judge, this is the case where the bond's at $1 million, Judge. Am I correct on that,
No.
Judge?
No, she's got a murder charge set at 300,000. A unlawful carry a weapon set at 40,000.
Well, Judge, on the $300,000, Judge, at some point in time, can his family pay 30,000 for the individual to come out? While we understand the severity of the nature of the charge, Judge, we understand that the court's position to protect the community, Judge, we'd ask that the bond can be reduced to 200,000, Judge. And I apologize, my notes had different individuals that we had this morning on our wrist, Judge.
What says the state?
Your Honor, the state is respectfully opposed to a bond reduction. This is a murder, so due to the nature of this charge, Judge, because this defendant is a repeater, we are opposed to any bond reduction.
Judge, and we'll leave it at the discretion of the court, Judge, that we understand the court's position. And of course, decline not to give any type of reduction of bond, Judge. We understand that and we'll file at a later time. And my understanding, Judge, he has very few days that he's been in custody, Judge, so we'll leave it at your discretion, Judge.
All right. Jermaine, is that pronounced?
Jermaine,
How old are you, sir?
I'm 30, sir.
How old?
30.
What city do you live in?
Now I live in Mexico.
Or you live in before?
Dallas.
Who do you live with in Westlaco?
Now I'm moving back with my mom. I just lost my apartment. I'm in here.
Are you on probation or parole?
I'm sorry.
You have a job?
I do
Where do you work?
subcontractor. I do hotels, I furnish hotels.
So you have a charge, first degree charge of murder, a third degree charge of unlawfully carrying a weapon with a felon in possession, with felony conviction, which is a third degree felony. I'm showing he's been in custody approximately 40 days.
That's correct, Judge.
Bond on the unlawfully carrying a weapon charge will remain at $40,000. Bond on the murder charge will be reduced to $200,000 cash surety.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Reggie's logging back on. Next case we're gonna call is C 3847-24-8, State of Texas versus Denise. There you go, Denise. Pettis, correct? Yes, Denise Pettis. Virginia Richardson is your attorney. She does speak English. You may proceed, Reggie.
Thank you, Judge. This is, as of right now, it's an arrest for possessions. There's some information that my client relayed that may be either entirely dispositive in her favor or minimum mitigating. This seems to be, and I don't know if the report indicates that anybody else was arrested as well at the scene. There were multiple individuals that were present, and my client actually tried to report a crime where she's the victim at that same scene. And from what my client indicated to me, she offered, as in addition, she offered to be tested for any kind of substance at that time and was denied that opportunity. And I don't know what the initial complaint shows as far as her history, Judge, but and I don't have a problem with her answering any questions about her schooling for purposes of bond, Judge.
What are you asking for, bond?
Well, I'm asking for PR bonds, Judge, given what she's conveyed to me thus far, and not having seen even the complaint. But from what she's told me, she did attempt to report a crime that was committed against her, that same incident.
Just for the record, they were all the defendants were sworn in earlier before the hearing. Ms. Pettis, you're on probation, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
She's on felony probation, correct? In fact, they just modified her conditions back in June. Is that correct?
What is the probation charge?
I believe it's a 2834 credit card or debit card abuse. How old are you? What says the state on this one?
Your Honor, on these cases, the state can agree to a $25,000 cash surety on the two first-degree felony counts and a $7,500 cash surety bond on the state jail felony.
And I'd ask if the state could provide information for purposes of this hearing as to how many, if more than one person was arrested on these cases.
There was a couple of individuals that were in a hotel room. There was 2 or 3 individuals that were allegedly in the room using drugs. There were, looks like 6 grams of cocaine, 7 grams of meth, 7 Xanax pills, and some beer were found in the room.
Right, they were in the room. I don't know that there's any allegation that they were on her person or even constructively on her person, like a bag or anything like that.
Where do you live, Ms. Pettis?
In Texas.
Who do you live with?
My mother.
You've been in jail for 19 days. When was the last time you reported to probation?
On the last month.
July? You reported in person? Did they drug test you? Were you clean or positive or negative?
Every single time I've been to probation. I've been on for 3 years. I am the one who called the cops, sir. They didn't want to let me leave once they.
Hang on.
No, don't say anything else.
Oh.
You have a job, man?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
Right.
What do you do there?
I'm a server. For about 2 years.
Have children?
No, sir.
How old are you?
36.
I mean, Judge, I don't know.
Three charges.
I'm sorry,
Hang
Judge.
on, hang on. You got 3 charges, right? Bond will be reduced. I want you to continue, if you get out, you will, continue reporting to probation like you're supposed to. And you continue getting drug tested. I'm gonna order monthly UAs. If they don't test you regularly, I'm gonna ask that they test you every month. Bond will be reduced to $5,000 PR on each count. You also stay in contact with your attorney. This is just gonna get you out of jail. You're still gonna have to report to the courthouse at a later date to address these charges. You understand that? And there is a possibility that they may revoke your probation on that other case and you may end up back in jail. Do you understand that? I didn't see any revocations filed as of today, but there is a very high possibility that they may. So just as long as you're aware. Anything else?
Your Honor, yeah, well, just, I don't know if you can see her probation case number in terms of what court she's in.
Yes, it's in Judge Ramirez. It's CR 2834-21-F. 2834-21F.
Thank you, Judge.
They just modified it back in June.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have.
All right.
May I be
Thank you.
excused? Thank you.
Yes. You know, see, the females can, oh, no, we didn't call your name yet, right? Let's see. Amanda Rutledge, C 3846-24-L. You speak English, Amanda?
Yes, Your Honor.
Daniel Vargas is your attorney. Did you all contact him?
Contacted him
No answer?
it was both me and Adrian. They said they were gonna contact him.
Okay. It's 2:39 now. Your attorney's not present. What says the state on this case? Do you have a recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, on this case, the state was going to, or the state is opposed to a bond reduction. However, if this court was inclined to reduce the bond, we would also be requesting a drug patch. This defendant was out on probation for a DWI second and has no bond on that case either.
Is it a DWI second or third? I saw it as a felony. Well, she's got a felony MTR also. Mrs. Rutledge, you're on felony probation, correct?
Yes, sir.
And in that case, they filed a motion to revoke your probation in there. And so there's no bond set on it right now. So even if I was to reduce your bond here, you wouldn't get out because that case is holding you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Currently have before me a possession charge and 2 aggravated assault charges. The possession charge, your bond is set at $2,000 cash surety. I think that's fair. I'm gonna leave that one the same. The aggravated assault charges, the allegations are that there was a gun fired. At this point, I'm gonna leave those bonds as is. If your attorney wants this court to reconsider them, he can contact the court and re-urge his motion. But at this time, I'm gonna leave your bonds as is on all 3 of the charges. The other 2, evading arrest and resisting charges, those complaints have already been filed and they're assigned to a court, so they'll have to deal with that court regarding those bonds. You understand that?
Yeah.
All right, good luck to you. She said it was gonna stand in for
Terry Gonzalez.
Terry Gonzalez.
Yeah, I thought it was Terry Canales, but she said Gonzalez.
The next case we're gonna call is C 3843-24-8, State of Texas versus Timothy Leos.
Yes, sir.
You speak English, sir?
Yes, sir.
Attorney that filed the writ is a Victoria Guerra. She contacted her, we contacted her, and she indicated that, did you retain an attorney? Did you hire somebody?
Terry Canales is my lawyer.
You hire him?
I guess that's what they gave me.
Have you spoken to him?
I spoke to him on Friday. He said he was gonna ask for a bond reduction. Your Honor,
Hold on. Did he come visit you at the jail or you spoke to him on the phone? Okay. Right now, well, it's 2:42. Victoria Garrett nor Mr. Canales are present on the screen. We did not send him notice because he's not the attorney of record. It showed Victoria Guerra. What says the state on this case?
The state would be opposed to a bond reduction on this defendant. This defendant is a repeat offender. He has a prior federal smuggling charge where he was sentenced to 41 months. The defendant is also a flight risk. He has a previous failure to report out of Kennedy County. There was a prior fugitive warrant issued for that failure to appear.
Are you on federal probation?
Pretrial,
Hang on, sir. Put your hand down. Are you on probation or parole?
pretrial. And I took care of that, state. I had took care of that. I went over there. They had made a mistake. They reinstated my bond. Your Honor,
Hang on. I'll ask the questions, okay? Sure, felony. Kelsey, do you show a felony case pending?
No, there's this current first degree felony Mandel judge. There was a fugitive warrant out of Kennedy County that was issued prior to this year. It's no longer holding him, Judge.
As far any felony cases here in Hidalgo County pending? I didn't
Just
see
this-
any.
There's a first degree felony, Judge. This Mandel.
No, but I'm saying that's been indicted already.
No, it's not been indicted, Judge. There are no prior felony charges, so he has no felony court assigned.
Sir, where do you live? What city do you live in?
1404 West Harrison, Alton, apartment A. I'm renting. I have 3 kids.
Hang on, let me ask the questions.
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
Apartment A,
Yes,
it's what city?
Alton, Texas.
Where do you work?
I work at Hamlin Pools.
What do you do there?
We build pools
How long have you been working there?
for about a year. It's my uncle's business. I've been
Your
keeping
Honor,
up
if I
with
may
my-
correct the record, this defendant does have prior felony arrests from 2011, and they were assigned to the 332nd Judicial District Court.
But there's not a current felony case that's been indicted pending, right?
No, Your Honor, no.
I believe the allegations were 16 grams of synthetic marijuana.
Your Honor,
Hang on, sir. I'm not asking you any questions yet, am I? I'm gonna order monthly UAs through probation department. They're gonna call you, they're gonna ask you to go in and get drug tested. And the day they tell you to go, that's the day you go, not when you wanna go. You show up when they tell you to show up, you understand? If you don't show up on the day they tell you, to me, that's a violation and you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear?
I understand. I have a chance to speak.
No drugs, no alcohol.
I understand.
Bond is currently set at $75,000 cash surety. Bond will be reduced to $2,500 cash surety. You get out, sir, contact your attorney. Stay in contact with your attorney. It's just a bond to get you out. Your case is not going away. You're gonna have to show up at the courthouse at a later time to take care of it. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? What is your question?
My mother just passed away. My dad had a stroke. My little brother's at the house by himself right now. I'm asking, I don't have no money. I've been paying rent. We pay $1,200 at this apartment at Alton. My dad pays $600 at the apartment. I will keep up to date. I'm asking just one chance. I won't mess up. I don't have no money right now. Is there any way I can get a PR on this? I'm going through a lot. My mother passed away. My dad's I got 4 little brothers, 14, 15, and 16. They're at my dad's apartment right now. I will apply, I will show up, I will not miss. I'm just asking for one chance. I'm just asking for one chance.
There are a lot of fines and fees out of McAllen too, sir.
Oh, I took, yes, they time served me on the fees in McAllen. When they arrested me, they no contest. The judge gave me time served on those fees. I was just in depression, Your Honor. I wanted,
$2,500 bond, sir, is about $250 to get out.
I'm going through a lot right now, Your Honor. I got $1,200 I gotta pay at this apartment at Alton, and then I'm helping my dad with the rent at his apartment.
Well, you're not helping him while you're in jail, right?
I know, Your Honor.
Gotta think twice about your decisions. Best I'll do is $1,500 cash, surety, so good luck to you. 1,500 cash, surety, your bond. About $150 to $200. Sir. Yossi, I believe that's everybody, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe so. Nothing further from the state. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you for your help.
Thank you, Judge.